Hey there, detectives! Ready to put on your thinking caps? Because today we're diving into a real mystery. We're cracking the case of the secret noun. So here's the deal. We see nouns everywhere, in every sentence. But did you know each one has a secret job to do? Your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to become an official noun detective and figure out exactly what those jobs are. And that special word, the secret code for a noun's job, is case. Now, it might sound a little fancy, but it's really simple. It just means the noun's job. And in our investigation today, we're going to uncover the three main jobs a noun can have. So, let's crack open the first file. Okay, our first case file is all about the noun that's right in the middle of everything, the one making all the moves. We call this one the doer. The official top secret name for this is the nominative case. This noun is the absolute star of the show. It's the person, place, or thing that is actually doing the action. Think of it like the main character in a movie. But how do we actually spot this doer in the wild? Well, every good detective needs a secret clue, right? Here's yours. First, you find the verb. That's the action word. Then, right before that verb, you ask the question, who or what? The answer is going to be your noun. All right, let's put this clue to the test. Check out this sentence. Neha sang a song. Okay, the action, the verb, is sang. Now, let's ask our secret question right before it. Who sang? The answer is Neha. Bam! Just like that. Neha is the one doing the singing, so Neha is our nominative noun. Case file 1 is looking solid. Awesome job, detectives. Now, let's move on to the next file. See, not every noun is out there doing things. Some nouns just kind of hang back and have the action done to them. This one is the receiver. This one's officially called the objective case. And here's a little insider tip. Sometimes people call it the accusative case. But don't worry, they mean the exact same thing. This is the noun that's on the receiving end of the action. It's not doing anything, it's just getting the action. And you guessed it, we've got a whole new secret clue for this one. Just like before, you start by finding the verb. But this time, and this is super important, you ask what or whom right after it. The placement of that question makes all the difference. Let's try it out. The sentence is, Krish scored a century. Our verb is scored. So we ask our question after the verb. Krish scored what? He scored a century. See? Century is the noun that's receiving the action of scoring. That makes it our objective noun. You know, seeing these two side by side makes it all click, doesn't it? The doer is the subject, and we find it by asking who before the action. The receiver is the object, and we find that one by asking what after the action. It's all about where you ask the question. All right, detectives, we're on to our final case file. And I've got good news. This one is usually the easiest one to spot. It's the case of the owner. The possessive case is, well, it's all about possession. Its whole job is to show ownership, to tell you who or what something belongs to. It answers the question, hey, whose is this? And get this. This case comes with a super clue that practically screams at you from the page. All you have to do is look for the apostrophe. That little floating comma is your giant signal that a noun is showing ownership. So, how do we use this clue? It's pretty straightforward. If there's just one owner, you add an apostrophe and an S, like in Rita's house. Now, if you have a bunch of owners and the word already ends in S, like girls, you just stick the apostrophe on the end, like in the girls' performance. And finally, if you have many owners, but the word doesn't end in S, like children, you just add an apostrophe S, like in the children's demands. Okay, this is a very important tip for your detective notebook, so listen up. We usually don't use that apostrophe for things that aren't alive. So you wouldn't say the table's surface. Instead, you'd say the surface of the table. That's a key rule that'll keep you from getting tripped up. You guys are doing amazing work. We've gathered all the evidence on the doer, the receiver, and the owner. So now it's time for the mission debrief. Let's wrap this case up. So let's review everything with this handy cheat sheet. The nominative noun is the doer, and we find it by asking who before the verb. The objective noun is the receiver, and we find it by asking what after the verb. And my personal favorite, the possessive noun, is the owner, which we can spot in a second with our super clue, the apostrophe. And just like that, you've done it. Your training is complete. Congratulations, because you are now an official noun detective, fully equipped to figure out the secret job of any noun you find. But before we go, here's one last challenge to test your new skills. Take a look at this sentence. The detective's cat found the clue. Can you see the owner, the doer, and the receiver all working together here? Give it some thought. Case closed.